Okay, back again. We're going to make the tray this time. So you have two pieces that are the same size. They are your bottoms, your two long sides and your two short sides. Take one piece of the bottom. You're going to want to draw an X on it, corner to corner on both pieces, because that is where the hole goes for the knob. That's how you mark the center of your piece for your knob. So we're going to draw this way, then we're going to go this way, and I'm going to have to poke my hole right in the center right there. But I'm not going to do that just yet. Before we go doing that, we want to go ahead, and as we've built everything else, I want you to flip that over and have that on the outside. We're going to go ahead and build this as we have everything else, putting the strips across there. Oh, I guess these are too small now. Yep, those are too small. Let me get some other ones here. Okay, so let's see, I need 2 for the inside. This is my cheating way of measuring. I just put it on there. And it sticks out. That's my cheater's way to do it. Okay, so we're going to take and peel this off here. And go ahead and stick it down as we've done everything else, because this is going to be the inside of your tray, remember. Okay. Good old burnishing. Okay, so we're going to do it on that piece. We're going to do it on this piece. And we're also going to be doing it on the 2 side pieces. So, okay. Those 2. And I'm going to take my 2 other pieces. And those, you know what, I'm going to use these anyway. They're a tad bit short, but I think they'll be fine. So they will get covered up as well. I'm going to peel this off. And I'm just going to kind of split the difference because they're not off by that much. Okay. There's one of those. And then here's another one. Okay. There. Okay, now we're going to take and we're going to put these on here. So I'm going to peel this off here. Come on. I'm going to lay this down here. Butt it up against there like it needs to be. Okay, and then a short one. Now, there's a reason I want you to do this. Oops, let's do the other long one first. There's a reason I want you to put these on first, because you're going to be putting on a second bottom, which is going to cover the screw and secure the knob in and give you a nice firm bottom as well. So I want this on before, while you can lay this down flat on your work surface. And then I want these can go in here flat. And then one more down here. Okay, there. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my Crop-A-Dile. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to punch it. Going from it. Whoops, guess what? That wasn't a good smart move to do. Oh, wait a minute. I want it. Maybe that, oh yeah, there it fits. Okay, so I'm going to poke an 1/8 inch hole right in that hole. You can see there's a, I poked the hole, and that is where my screw and my hand knob is going to come up through. So I'm going to go ahead, start it in from the back side. Okay. Now I started it in from the wrong side. What am I doing? Put that out. It's got to go in from the side the X is drawn on. So it's on the outside, not the inside. And then I'm going to take and screw my knob on. Now these are regular cupboard knobs that you would buy in the at Lowe's. And then I cut off the screws so they weren't so long. So you could use a Timmy knob, Tim Holtz. You could use one of his knobs. Now, if you want, it's a good time to go ahead, even before you put that knob on, if you want to, and put your pattern paper in there. No, it's not a good time. We have to do this part. You're probably going to want to take the knob off to put the pattern paper on. But once this is together, this screw and everything is secured because it's inside the other pieces. Okay, so now on your hinges, and I apologize for all my little double talk here. This is the first time I've ever done a tutorial on video, so these don't fit either. I need 2 and what did I end up doing these as? 2.5. So I need 2.5 hinges. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, put those off to the side. And you need 2 for every corner because you need 2 for the inside and you need 2 for the outside. So I'm going to trim, again, a slight angle on these because that way they don't hit against the bottom when you fold them in, and they're out of the way on the outside too. Okay, so we're going to take and peel off this. And again, we're going to stick them down this way because we want these go on the inside. And when I do these, I put them on the 2 smaller sides. So here's another. And see, by what I mean when folding it up, when you fold this up like this, if there's an angle cut on there, it's not gonna bind up on the bottom of the drawer. Okay, that's what I'm saying when to cut the small angle. Okay, and then this one. Okay, and then I need to do this one. Okay. And then these other 4 are for the outside. And I'm going to go ahead while I'm doing this and trim these off so they're ready to go. Oops. There we go. Okay. So there is, those are all ready to be put on. Okay. So again, just like we've done on other corners, I'm going to peel this up. And the corners are just going to just line up edge to edge right there, just like that. Can you see that? Like I said, you shouldn't see any black through it at all. Just edge to edge, and the edges just don't overlap either. So there's that one. And again, this one. And your edges should, your pieces of chipboard should match at the top. They should be the same height. Okay, oops. And one more. Okay. So there's our tray. Okay. Now I'm going to take and I'm going to put these guys on the outside. Just like we did on building the big box. Just going to take them and cover the corners like that. Okay, let me see. These are too small. We're going to put these on all four corners. And one more. And I apologize for kind of sometimes being out of camera view. I try to get it in there when you're... Okay, now we're going to take the bottom strips and we're going to, these are too small. Let's see, and these probably are too short. And these probably are too short. Okay, so these are just about right. So I'm going to take these and we're going to measure. We're going to go from there to there. And once I get one cut to the size I need, I just use it as my template. And I need a total of 4 this size. So I'll turn one over so I can see it. There. Now they're all the same size. And, okay, again, cut angles. Okay, I guess I should get in the camera view. Cut angles on your pieces. Now I did 4 because you get the top, the edge cover on the top, and then the seam on the bottom. So each size, technically when you cut these, you want to cut 3 of the same size because you get one on the inside, one on the outside, and then one on the top. That's 3 pieces of construction strips. Okay, and that's Jim Gentleman, the Crafter's word form construction strips. Perfect for it too. See, we're going to put this up here like this. And I'm going to run it over, but I only took the tape off one side. And again, I'm going to come up here and I'm going to flatten this out in case I got it on crooked. If I get it on crooked, then it still flattens out to be nice and flat, just like that. Okay. Pull off the other one. There. There's that one. And I got to do one on the bottom. Oh, no, we don't want to do one on the bottom. I almost goofed again. See there? Let's do the tops first, and then I'll tell you why we don't want to do one on the bottom yet. Because we have to put the second part of the bottom on there. We have to put the other piece on. Okay, so I'll use this one to do this with. Okay. Okay, so there's that one. Now we're going to do the ends the same. These are just a tad bit, tad bit short, so I'm going to cut new ones. 1/8 of an inch sometimes doesn't make much difference, but it makes enough. Okay, there's that one. Okay. So let's get the top rail covered here, then we'll do the bottom. Okay. There's that. And then that one. Okay. And you don't want to cover these first. You want to put the side ones on, because with the side ones being on first, you're covering the tops of them and reinforcing them so they don't want to split. Okay, so then there's this one. Okay. There. Okay. Now, we want to take our second piece and we're going to glue this on. We're going to glue this on here, and it should be the exact same size as the other one is. It's already on there. And when you glue this on, you're covering up the screw. So it's doubling up the bottom, so it's making it sturdier. So I am going to take, for this application, you can use whatever glue. It doesn't have to be anything special. But I want to take and use this Beacon's Quick Grip. This is awesome for metal stuff and just anything that's hard to get to stick with glue. And I'm going to take and go like this around it. And that way it's all protected. And then I am just going to take, this tube is getting pretty hard and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue this and use this tube to get the, so I don't, kind of needs to be used up. So I'm going to use this, but you could use any glue. Sometimes I will just take and put the beacons on the screw head itself, just to make sure it stays in place. And then I'll just use regular glue, Scotch-Dry, 3-in-1, whatever glue that is your preference. Because you just want to glue this together. Okay, so once we get this on here, now we can put these pieces on here. We couldn't do it before. I didn't want to, I started to do it and said, nope, let's not, because these need to cover this as well. So we're going to, matter of fact, I think I'm going to put on, let's do the short ones first. Is this a short one, good one? Yeah, this one will work. This one worked as well on the other end. Yeah, because they're going to be covered up. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do the short ones first. These pieces are a tad bit short, but they'll be fine. So I'm just going to put this on here, center it. Smooth it down like that, because what that'll do is it gets that other side. I always usually only peel one side at a time. Very seldom do I ever peel both. I like to have the other side for guidance if I need it. Okay, so there's that one. And then here is this one. Okay, there we go. Now we'll put the long ones on. Come on, get up. There it is. It didn't go all the way to the floor. Okay, so there's this one. And like I said, it will go over both of them that way. Okay. And then we have one more side here. Oops, there's no angle cut on it. That angle cut on there. Okay. Okay. Okay, that is our tray. Now, this is the big tray. So this is the big trunk for it to go in. And this goes in there like that. It sits right in the top. Now, this is a little snug. I hope it still fits once I get the paper on it. So, you have your stops that you made. They look like, this is the one that goes with this particular trunk. Okay. So I have these guys. And what I have done is cover these first. Take one side and get your pattern paper on there. And it's also easier inside your trunk if you take in here and put your paper in here. This is going to be not a divider trunk. It started out as one, but this isn't going to be a divider trunk, so I took the dividers back out. Put your stops in so you can see how far down. Measure that and go down another 1/2 inch. And go ahead and put pattern paper up here. Then go ahead and put your paper on one side of this, so when you slide it in, it's all done. Now, you can take and paint the edges of this black if you want, or you can just cut your pattern paper to fit from edge to edge, actual edge to edge, and then top to bottom, just a little bit off. You can go top to bottom here and just cut it just a little bit short so you have a little black strip at the top. You can paint this black if you want. If you want to take the construction strips and cover it and put it all the way around it, you can do that as well. But these go in. These go in, whichever trunk you're working on. These go in, the two sides, the two front and back, and the sides. And usually it's a tight fit so that they will stand up in there, but I still put glue on them. And then your tray will set down inside there, and then your lid will go on top, and you have an awesome trunk. And this one's going to be for my granddaughter. This is for her to put her treasures in. She's got mini books that I've made her, cards that she's gotten from people, and so her birthday's coming, so she's got a trunk to put them in. So thank you very much, and if I forgot anything, if I find I forgot anything, I'll make another video. Thank you.